Hello there, Peabody here. Time to take another revealing peek back into history. I have created a time machine that I call the Wayback Machine. I use it to teach my boy Sherman about important events in the world's history.
What famous year should I shed it to this time?
1937.
Got it! And the place?
New York City.
Are we going to learn about the events that led to World War II?
Not exactly, Sherman, but we are going to look into the history of Bayesian statistics, which may have caused the Allies to win the war. You see, Sherman, Arthur Bailey was an incredibly important advocate for Bayesian statistics.
Bayesian statistics, Mr. Peabody?
Yes, Sherman. Bayesian statistics was a controversial branch of statistics in which prior beliefs as well as statistical models are used to find probability. Since the 1700s, statisticians have debated the merits of Bayesian statistics. However, its results are undeniable. Arthur Bailey was considered one of Bayesian statistics' biggest supporters. Let's go talk to him about it.
Arthur Bailey, how are you today?
I'm doing great. No more driving a fruit truck for me. That job was driving me bananas. I can't wait to start working at American Mutual Alliance. At least I'll be working with statistics again.
Bayesian statistics?
I should hope not. Bayesian statistics is more horrid than spit. I'm planning on changing the way that actuaries view statistics. They are operating on unsound mathematics and it must stop.
I thought you said that Arthur Bailey was a supporter of Bayesian statistics, Mr. Peabody.
Yes, I sure did, Sherman. Let's fast forward a year and see if he changes his tune after seeing the results.
Arthur Bailey, how are you?
I'm doing great. Why do I feel like we've met before?
You still hate Bayesian statistics, Mr. Bailey?
On the contrary, Bayesian statistics isn't perfect, but an actuary would have to be crazy not to use it. Mr. Fisher's method of maximum likelihood would cost insurance companies a fortune. Bayesian statistics is the only way to determine actual rates. It simply works.
Wow, he really changed his opinion.
He sure did. Just wait until you see him after World War II is over. May 22nd, 1950, Arthur Bailey is reading his most famous paper, Credible Procedures replaces generalization of Bayes' rule and the combination of collateral knowledge with observed data.
Sounds riveting.
It works. They have made this demonstration many times. It does work.
He really had a change in heart.
Yes, he revolutionized the insurance industry by deciding how much rates should change as opposed to starting over every year. After years in the industry, he realized that Bayesian statistics was the best way for insurance companies to determine rates. Any other method would likely lose the company money. See, the issue was we didn't have enough data in order for them to use typical methods in order to determine rates. So by doing so, especially with automobiles improving as quickly as they were, the insurance companies were not being charged enough, so Bayesian statistics was a necessity. Now come along, Sherman, 1950 was a big year for Bayesian statistics. Let's go see what else is going on.
So, who are we going to talk to next?
Hello, my name is Mr. Peabody. This is my boy Sherman. I am good.
What are you good at?
Well, I'm good at just about everything. But I suppose that I especially have a knack for statistics. In this context, however, I am jack good.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Good.
And you as well. If only I could tell people what my work has done, what my work has meant to this world. You already know who I am. I am one of the best statisticians and cryptanalysts in the world. Of course, I can't talk to you about any of that, but you'll see. One day the world will know my name and what I have done. Maybe they'll even make a movie about it. I think James Northcote could play my part, don't you? I have more articles to write, but it was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Wow, he seems busy.
Yes, he certainly is. He ended up writing over 800 papers in 4 books, most of which were classified. He worked with Alan Turing during World War II, and using Bayesian statistics and computer science, their team was able to break Enigma, which likely shortened the war. It was most likely the most important mathematical feat during the war. However, Russia did not know that the team had used Bayesian statistics to break Enigma, so the methods that they used had to stay classified during the Cold War. This probably would have been a major step forward for Bayesian statistics. However, Turing and Good could not publish their work. After the war, Turing focused his attention on writing programming languages, while Good was an advocate for Bayesian statistics. Unfortunately, he was an advocate that struggled to get the attention that he deserved. I think we better head to 1954 before we talk to our next statistician.
Who are we going to talk to in 1954?
Jimmy Savage, him and Dennis Lindley were the next two to carry the Bayesian torch.
Hello, Mr. Savage. Are you going to tell us about Bayesian statistics?
Bayesian statistics? I just want statistics to be looked at as seriously as other branches of mathematics. My goal is for statistics to be studied rigorously in a logical way. Bayes' rule is an important rule in statistics, but I'm not sure that I would consider myself a Bayesian statistician. I'm just thankful to be in academia in the first place.
Why is that, Mr. Savage? Surely someone like you has always done well in school.
On the contrary, most people didn't think that I would be able to go to college. The main problem was my eyesight. Most professors never took me seriously because I couldn't see. Thankfully, Professor G.Y. Ranich was willing to work with blind students. He taught classes in dark rooms, and I was able to earn my doctorate degree. Now, I plan to bring statistics to the forefront of mathematics. With the help of Alan Wallace, I recently began the University of Chicago's Statistics Department. Statistics is an important branch in mathematics, and it is imperative that the university starts teaching it as such. Well, I better be going now. I'm working on a book. If we can start looking at statistics in a similar way that we look at science, we can find models that are objective.
Thank you for your time.
That book that Jimmy Savage is writing is called Foundations of Statistics. It will become one of the most important Bayesian statistics writings. It became known in Bayesian circles as the Bayesian Bible.
But he said that he was not writing about Bayesian statistics.
He didn't realize it at the time. It took him years to realize that he was one of the biggest advocates for Bayesian statistics. No one realized that Savage was talking about the very concepts that are the pillars of Bayesian statistics.
Are there any more mathematicians that we're going to talk to?
Well, I'm not sure I would refer to him as a mathematician, but there is one more important figure in the history of Bayesian statistics that I think we can find. I believe in 1954 we should be able to find him in Washington, D.C.
Why, hello, Mr. Cornfield. My name is Sherman. How are you doing today?
Hello, Sherman. I would be doing much better if people could wrap their heads around the idea that cigarettes are bad for you. I have shown that cigarettes cause lung cancer and heart disease, and yet no one will listen. It doesn't help that Fisher keeps coming up with these ridiculous theories about what's causing cancer. Did you know he actually claimed that having lung cancer causes smoking? That doesn't even make sense. But it seems that he will say just about anything to keep the tobacco companies happy.
Yes, that will still be an issue in 67 years. It seems as if no one will pay attention to this problem.
I used to be a smoker myself, 2.5 packs a day in fact. But after I used Bayes' rule to show that smoking caused cancer, I quit right away. The numbers just don't lie. Out of over 500 people with lung cancer, only 2 of them were non-smokers. There was a major rise in cases of lung cancer immediately after cigarettes became popular.
Why not keep track of a large group of smokers and non-smokers and see who developed lung cancer?
That would be too expensive. It is much more cost effective to find a group of people who have lung cancer and a group of people who do not have, and compare those 2 groups. Using Bayes' rule, you can determine that lung cancer is caused by cigarettes. The frequentists reject this conclusion. As long as tobacco companies have them in their back pocket, this is going to be an uphill battle.
Wow, that must be frustrating.
It certainly is. That's not even the start of it. I'm having a hard time convincing the public that cigarettes cause lung cancer. My research also shows that cigarettes cause heart disease as well. Convincing people that cigarettes are causing 2 life-threatening diseases seems impossible. Bayesian statistics makes it clear that this is the case. However, Fisher is a well-respected statistician and a heavy smoker, so having someone like that working directly against you makes things very difficult.
So what are you going to do?
My team and I are planning to go on the attack. We are working on counterattacks for everything that he is using against us. There is no mathematical reasoning behind his claims. Some of his claims are downright ridiculous. Well, I better get back to work. It was nice talking to you.
Thanks, Mr. Cornfield.
So, Sherman, what did you learn today?
Bayesian statistics are awesome. It's how we determine insurance rates. It showed that cigarettes are bad and even helped us win World War II.
I guess you could say Bayesian statistics is an ally.
I don't get it.